I'm not suicidal, but I don't have a zest for life. You know what I mean? Some people will take life any way it comes. You know what I mean? Like, they'll just take it. Not me. I don't need it that bad. You know what I mean? I don't need it that bad. Like, do you know there are people in this country every day that get sentenced to long jail terms and then just go to jail? What are you doing? You don't have to do that. You know, if a judge was ever just like, Justin Golak, you are sentenced to 28 years in prison. I'm like, I'm sentenced to no years in prison. I'm going to kill myself. You know what I mean? It's crazy you thought I'd just go to prison because you're wearing a robe or whatever. No, I'm out. People that build bunkers, what are you doing? It's time to go. We're all going. We're all going. I don't know. If I ever see a mushroom cloud in the distance, I'll be running towards it, huffing air. Like, it's time to go. We're all heading out. I don't mind life, but I like it how it is now or slightly worse for short periods of time. That's how I like it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it if it means that it's guarding beans with a shotgun. That's fine. I've had enough. I'll go with everybody else. People with stage 4 cancer that get chemo, what are you doing? You're wasting it. You know what I mean? Like, there's 12-year-olds with leukemia that need it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're running out of it, but let's be safe. Just in case. Now, to be fair, that's not really the patient's fault. That's probably the doctor's fault. They probably made that call, which is borderline malpractice. You got a person in front of you with stage 4 cancer, and you prescribe them chemo. With that same prescription pad, you could prescribe them cocaine. Like, what do you do? Can we start doing a fun 2 weeks instead of a sad 6 months? Can we? More of a holistic approach, I call it. I am not suicidal, but I do think if I get to go out by killing myself, I will have succeeded. Like, that will be a good life. I will think my life has been a success. I think that's and I'm talking about the good one, where you're older, you lived a great life, and it's just your time. Maybe you have some health problems or something else comes up on you. You get to call your shot. That should be indisputably the best way to go. It's weird that it's even controversial because that should be like, oh, you won. You made it to the end. Good job. Because most people don't get that. Most people don't get that. You know, they smoked or they drove bad or they got hit by a bus. You know, like, most of us here are going to die scared in a grocery store. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it's going to end. It's just how it's going to end. So if by choices and luck you make it to the end, you get to go out in a bed on your favorite day. That should be the prize. And so that's what I'm planning for, hopefully. And so I'm trying to put a plan in, you know, have like a plan set. And I think that all the answers for everything are already around us. I think all the answers exist. You just got to aggregate them. So you just got to look at different stuff. So obviously I'm a person. So I was like, all right, I'll look at older humans, see how we treat them. And not great. Not a good place to look for end of life stuff. And then I started looking at pets. And I was like, pets. Exactly. We put them down because we love them. Unlike our grandparents, we love our pets, so we treat them great at the end. It's a kind thing to do. We all think that way when we do it. That's what I want to do. So luckily, I'm thinking about how to do it, and I'm listening to this radio show, and it's a vet, and he's taking calls from listeners, and he takes a call from this woman, and she goes, I have a dog, and he's getting older. Think about putting him down. But here's the thing. We think if we wait too long to put him down, well, now he's suffering, and that's cruel. But if we do it too soon, he still had life to live, and that's also cruel. So how do we know when is the right time to put our dog down? The vet says, I get this question all the time, and here's what I tell people. List your dog's 3 favorite things. When you can only do one, it's time to let him go. Dude, perfect system. That's my system. Like, sign me up. That's what I'm doing. I just need someone to execute on it. I told you I have a wife. She has my top 3. My top 3 are hanging out, shooting the shit, eating, and coming. Those are my top 3. You know what I mean? So let's say something happens, an accident or some medical issue, and I go nonverbal. But I can still eat macaroni and cheese and get hand jobs. I'll do that. Like, I'll do that for a while. Like, I'll do that for a while. But as soon as a nurse comes in and puts in a feeding tube, you grab the nearest pillow and you lean in because I've had a good run, but it's time for me to go.